Justin Bieber, he went to Anne Frank's house. It was probably the first educational opportunity of his life. He was performing in the Netherlands, and he goes to the Anne Frank house, and the Anne Frank house posted on Monday what Justin Bieber wrote in the guest book. And I'm going to read to you what he wrote. He wrote, "Anne was a great girl.
Oh, thanks God.
Hopefully she would have been a belieber."
Oh my God.
That's one of his fans. And I think it's unbelievable. I sound like Wallace Shawn, in Princess Bride.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I think officially everybody
sure
has a
knows what
Facebook
that
page
means.
now. The Anne Frank house has a Facebook page. That surprises me for some reason.
Yeah.
I get them taking the high road because that's what they did during the war and during the Holocaust. But because they were very nice about what Bieber wrote. But what I can't stand is the people who are supporting him and validating him that it was enough that he even just went to the museum.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, look, you went to the museum, God bless your heart. That's a good thing, not a bad thing, right?
Right.
Okay, and he's still really young, right? He's
Well, hold on.
Is he 7 now?
No, he's 19 and she didn't even make it to her 16th birthday.
Okay. Now, look, the first part of the sentence, she was a good girl, sounds condescending.
Absolutely.
And you're like, okay, I'm going to give the 19-year-old a break because that was a dumb way of putting it, but he's a young kid, etc. She would have been a fan of mine is so stupid that he doesn't qualify under the 19-year-old exception, right?
It's so self-absorbed.
And that's what it is. You nailed it, Catie. That's what I'm worried about with Justin Bieber with all these different stories, and I'm really worried about Justin. Is that no? And this is why it's an interesting story overall, right? Is that it seems like he's starting to get into that cocoon of celebrity that the Lindsay Lohans of the world fall into, where everybody is constantly telling them, "You're awesome, you're the best, you're great." Oh man, Anne Frank would have loved you. What else? Joan of Arc? Oh, she would have had your poster on.
She would have been your BFF. You would have been in her top 8 before she killed you. I think that the other thing that it brings up with Justin Bieber is a lot of people were criticizing the media. They were criticizing us for doing a Biebergate. And I actually think it's exceptionally important for the media to bring to attention when a pop icon and a hero to a lot of young kids does something incorrect. Mm-hmm. I think it's the only way to punish someone who doesn't seem to have empathy.
Yeah. So here's what I like about the story. I don't know if we were intending to go onto this, but one of the rabbis in the area spoke up in defense of him, saying, well, if you actually read what Anne Frank wrote, she was very big into pop culture, in particular American pop culture, like she was into boys and everything. So it turns out he's actually right. She probably would have been a fan of his.
No.
That's what the rabbi's saying. And what I love about that defense is even if that's right, that doesn't make what he did any less stupid, because that could be totally true, but I guarantee he knew none of that whatsoever. That was not going through his head when he was writing that. It was totally self-absorbed. And I think that what's driving the defense of him is that for some reason it's not enough to say, I think his music is catchy, or I'm a young girl and I think he's cute. We have to assume that he has every positive quality. Why would he be smart? He's received no incentive since he was 13 years old to be smart, just to dance and to sing. But we have to believe he's everything else as well.
I don't think he's malevolent.
Yeah, I want to clarify that too.
I don't think he's malevolent at all. I think he's just
stupid.
ignorant. And I think it is a reflection both of the top 1% in our society and how we come off as Americans to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, as John was talking, it occurred to me that it never occurred to me to think whether Anne Frank would have been a Young Turks fan.
Well,
I mean, can you imagine
God.
you go to her and you're I'm sure he was also moved by the fact that she was hiding in an attic and was killed during the Holocaust. But to me, it wouldn't have occurred to me hey, she was kind of rebellious and was against the established authority. I wonder if she would have been a TV. That's not relevant. That's not relevant to the conversation.
If you read Diary of Anne Frank, which is such a good book, if you read the book, you will know for certain that she certainly would have had better taste than being a Bieber fan.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say a Young Turks fan, but agreed on both fronts. Yeah. Right?
I don't know. He is incredibly popular. It's possible. I just think, I certainly don't think he's being malevolent, but I think that he actually thinks he's sort of complimenting her when he says that. She would have the good taste to be one of my millions of fans, I think. I think that it is very much just a bubble. I think that he has been told that he is the biggest thing since Michael Jackson or whatever, and he probably fully believes at this point.
And the idea that giving to someone is assuming that they would be a fan of him. What I would love to come out of this is that he would go and volunteer with people who are in similar situations, like genocide, or maybe even just helping younger kids who want to write music, and every Sunday he would go and do something like that. Like
Right.
And he
that
might.
would be the best. Any night. It could be Thursday. That's right.
No, I meant he might.
Oh.
For all we know, he does do charity. I don't
He
know.
said any
Right.
night.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually do that type of charity. He does things that provide tax breaks and things like that, and increases sales.
Now, I was amused by that misunderstanding. No, it has to be Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it can't be any other night, otherwise it doesn't count. All right, and one last thing to be fair to Justin Bieber, it was probably his incredibly awkward and wrong way of trying to connect with her. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's okay. We would have been friends or fans or something. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we all agree he shouldn't. That's not the proper way to connect with her.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, that's why I like this combined with a couple other Justin Bieber stories we don't need to get into. I'm starting to think like TikTok. Is he headed over to crazy celebrity land?